Hello Bush Bashers, I hope you're well. Production has wrapped on the film. I am now home in Sydney. Everyone's gone their separate ways. The film was filmed in Far North Queensland. Pretty much everyone's back home in Cairns or wherever they live, a couple from Brisbane. I'm back in Sydney. I had about 3 or 4 days of flight delays with this COVID-19 coronavirus chaos that's sweeping the world. So I'm currently in a self-imposed quarantine. I don't officially have to be in a full quarantine, but I chose to not go out for 2 weeks. Probably go up to the supermarket once or twice, I suppose, but as I say, this is a self-choice anyway. So I'm laying low. Editing has begun on the project. We have a pretty good idea. One thing about Bush Bash, one thing I learnt from actually, it was the Matrix of all movies. I understood that when they made the Matrix, they had a very specific shot list and a very specific storyboard set. And they basically went into production saying, this is the shot that we're going to shoot. We're not going to shoot 10 different takes or 10 different angles of every scene. This scene is being told from this angle. And that massively reduced how much footage they had to roll, how much money they spent, how much time they spent, etc. We did not storyboard Bush Bash, but as the director, I had a very clear idea in my head of what I wanted to do. And basically, once we placed the camera somewhere, most of the time, that's where the camera stayed. Of course, things like over the shoulder, reaction shots, we did the standard filmmaking thing when appropriate, mainly in dialogue. Then for any kind of action or any kind of horror, the camera essentially was put in a location and basically kept there for that shot, which should make the edit quite a bit easier. It's a very loose form. It's kind of semi-in-camera editing, where as we would shoot the shots, the camera would move, but that would essentially tell the story of the edit. So I'm expecting this edit to be reasonably stress-free by feature film standards. That said, none of us has ever made a feature film before, so we understand the enormity of the task. In this case, it's going to be unique in that the edit is going to be finished with the editor quarantined in one Australia state, which is editor Jessica Lynn in Queensland, and I, the director, am quarantined here in beautiful Sydney. We're not going to get to see each other before the film's finished, probably, because we don't want to sit on the film for months. And when it's done, we want to put it out. Basically, we feel like all our friends are in quarantine or lockdown or lost their job or whatever funny state you call this right now that we're all in. So we want to put the film out and give people something to enjoy and something to look forward to and something to laugh at. So we probably won't see each other till it's finished, which is going to be a very unique challenge, especially since we don't have high-speed internet. In fact, here at my home in northwest Sydney, I barely have usable internet. When I upload this video, I'm going to have to go up the road to get better internet. So definitely don't have any high-speed connections or any fancy home offices or home studios to edit from. So that's going to be interesting. And all the facilities in Sydney are closed down. But yeah, just touching base, editing is happening, merchandise is happening. There's been a really great reaction to the Bush Bash merch concept, so we will get some t-shirts and stuff coming out soon. Some stubby cool. People ask for underwear, people ask for bucket hats, some funny suggestions. We'll see what we can do. Merch serves 2 purposes. It's nice to bring a little bit of cash in, gives us something to do, and get people excited and promoting the film. So if our friends and supporters are out there wearing a Bush Bash shirt or something like that, that really helps a lot as we try to make this project something exciting. It's our first film. It's gone really well so far. We feel charmed and blessed the way things have gone. Even production was rushed forward basically because I had the instinct I wanted it finished sooner rather than later. And then of course this quarantine happened. So if we hadn't done that, we'd be cancelled. So we've had a series of lucky events. The weather behaved itself while we were up there in Far North Queensland, which is notorious for rain and cyclones. So I'm just touching in, editing's happening, the release concept, I'm starting to think about video on demand, printing DVDs, etc., and the merch is happening. So that's what we're up to today. See you tomorrow. Thank you.